And also coming up, escaping to a world you can only imagine. Local comic artist and creator Jay Piscopo joins us here on Good Day Maine.
That's right. How we got started drawing the adventures of Captain Eli and how you can learn to draw comics from Jay himself.
A Maine native is making a name for himself in the comic book business.
That's right. Artist Jay Piscopo is the creator of the character Captain Eli, and his adventure books can now be found on local store shelves.
So good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Jay.
Thank you. That's okay.
Jay, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
So tell us about the comic book and where it's going to be.
Great. Well, these packs right here, this is Captain Eli right here. Value pack, great price, $9.99 for two great graphic novels, and these are at Hannaford. I'm very excited these are in grocery stores now because we can get to a much wider audience, and a lot of families and kids. This is a great way for them to be introduced to Captain Eli.
And have more than just Cosmopolitans and People magazines there at the checkout counter, something for kids to look at, right?
Absolutely, and adults too, yeah, if they want a little change of pace. So yeah.
Let's talk about the evolution and everything, and everything that's happened with Captain Eli some 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, so we started out about 8 years ago, and actually a bunch of some root beer. It all started with root beer right here. And the comic strip was created to promote the root beer online. So we started out with a web comic, and that over a couple of years evolved into the books that we've created. And now we're also making action figures. So it's been an interesting process. It's had its ups and downs, but it's been going pretty steady.
So who is Captain Eli?
Who is Captain Eli? Well, there's a lot. There's a mystery to that, and you have to read the books to find out. But he's a young 9-year-old boy with amazing aquatic abilities, and he loves to invent. And he makes his own submarine. And as soon as he makes his own submarine, an entire world of adventure opens up for him. And the books are full of a lot of amazing characters and superheroes and interesting conflicts, and the world at war with undersea empires and things like that. So typical comic book fare.
Just a fun thing. Now, actually, some fun we're going to have here on Good Morning, here on Good Day Maine. Is you're going to start drawing one of the characters with Captain Eli, also as Nemesis, and then later on in the show, we're going to show you the final product. So talk about kind of the scene. Set us up what you're going to do.
Sure. Okay. So this Nemesis is one of his best friends, actually, and he's a traditional superhero called the Sea Ghost. So I'll draw Eli over here, but what I'm going to do is work with simple geometric shapes. I'm going to put some simple geometric shapes here, and when we cut away and come back, you'll see the characters more fleshed out. I also do a cartoon workshop, which we're going to be doing on this Saturday at the Portland Public Library from 2 to 3. And a lot of the ideas that go into what I'm going to be drawing for you are going to be talked about at the workshop, and it's totally interactive. And basically, I believe anybody can learn to draw comics. If you can draw simple geometric shapes like squares and circles and scribble, you basically can draw. And I'll show you a bit what I'm talking about up here.
When did you start drawing?
Oh, geez.
You've always been doing it?
I could, maybe 2 or 3 I was drawing, but becoming a comic book artist, though, I made that decision, was 18, 19 years old, and there was a lot of years of having to do a lot of different jobs, but eventually, I think by the time I hit my late 20s, 30s, I started getting back into it again. So
yeah, let's see if you can chew gum and walk at the same time. We're going to have you start drawing right now.
Sounds good.
And first of all, let's talk about, do you have to pinch yourself sometimes and kind of go, I can't believe I'm doing this? Right? I mean, right?
Absolutely. It's just, no, it's a dream come true, and to be able to work on the kind of stories and characters I want to work on and have original things, that's incredible. So yeah, I'm pinching myself all the time.
So how do you start? How do you start drawing a character?
Right. Well, for Sea Ghost, I'm going to start with a simple shape here. Maybe starting to see something form.
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
You have the speed too with this, so you can really.
Yeah, I used to work as an animator, and you had to learn how to draw fast. I also think that cartoonists that have a training with animation, they have more life to their drawings and a lot more movement. So if you do draw faster, and we'll put Eli over here, and he starts out pretty simple with 2 circles like that. So when we cut away, I can. Or do you want me to go right ahead? You want me to go ahead and do it right now?
No, we want to see the final product.
Okay, sounds good. But you see, it starts out very, very simply, but then we're going to get something a little bit more complicated.
Now, if I tried to do something that simple, it would not look like that.
Well, I don't know. Come to the workshop. I'll show you. We can get there. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with, Ray. I mean, we both probably struggle to draw stick figures sometimes.
Well, that's where it begins.
Well, there's a start there,
That's where it begins. That's the whole thing. You got to start slow and start simply. And it's like anything else. The more interest you have and the more practice you put into it. A lot of people think that creativity is a talent. talent, and creativity it's a process that we all can tap into. And there's, as I was starting to work, I would see artists much better than I am, and there still are artists much better than I am. But I look at different techniques to improve, and those same techniques I've kind of put into this workshop. And what's kind of cool about it is no matter what level you're at or where you're at with drawing, you can create cartoon characters if you use some of these techniques.
Well, it's clear that you have a passion for this.
Oh, thank
so
you.
We're going to be coming back and showing everyone the final product.
Excellent. Well, thanks.
Translation from Jay, he thinks we actually have a chance to be talented.
So this is not my hidden talent here. Still ahead on Good Day Maine, Meltdown. Next on Good Day Maine, Jay Piscopo is done transforming the simple shapes into comic book heroes. There he is, the finished product. When we come back, there's a live look and a sneak peek for you.
You're watching Good Day Maine on Fox 23.
Welcome back, everybody. Checking back in with comic book artist Jay Piscopo.
Who's in our studios this morning. Jay is the creator of the character Captain Eli, and he's hoping to help train a new generation of artists, and we want to go to the finished product. Look at that sea ghost.
There we
Captain
go.
Eli.
Wow.
And you can kind of see the underdrawing is left behind, which we would naturally erase. You wouldn't see that. But yeah, it had a slight streak of meltdowns, had a little ink meltdown. But basically, you see that you start very, very simply and get something very, very complicated. So
It looks complicated. More than just simple shapes there at
Right,
the end product.
But you got to start with the simple shapes. And
Again,
with the vision.
Captain Eli Comic Books going to be at Hannaford. And also, one more time, what's going on this weekend at the library?
Portland Public Library Children's Section. I'll be doing my cartoon workshop from 2 to 3 on Saturday.
And where can you get the action figures too?
Action figures, if you go to the Captain Eli website, we have our Commander X action figures. We're very excited. Next year, we're going to be making Sea Ghost and Captain Eli. So,
All right.
yeah.
Sounds good. A lot of fun. Hey, have a great weekend, everyone. See you Monday.